The ceiling fans? They're very attractive.
Information's out there. All you have to do is let it in.
The Incredible Hulk will not be presented this evening.
Clickety-click.
Crank up the music. Keep an eye on the back.
This presentation is provided to you to amuse or entertain and not to conform or inform. The content on this channel should not be used to replace professional, financial, medical, or legal advice. All footage taken and used from public sources falls under the Fair Use of the Digital Millennial Copyright Act of 1998. Therefore, no breach of privacy or copyright has been committed. This show is substantially sourced, not affiliated with any community, club, fraternity, or gang. Your cat may vary. I say, moo.
Wrecked my bag the other day. It was really expensive too. They offered me a replacement, but it was real cheap and shoddy. It was the worst case scenario.
Satellite tracking continues.
Wow. Wow. All right, you got one more. Wow. Hey, everybody, it's Friday night. Whoop, whoop. You're on the right side of the grass. You did it again. Congratulate yourselves. We have another wonderful gathering already starting. I already have 79, looks like 80, keeps going up. So keep on piling in the room. And if you've been here before and you've liked what you see, make sure that you hit that like and share and subscribe and all that wonderful things that helps the channel out. So thank you for that. And let's see, I need to find, excuse me, I need to find the right button. It's
Clickety
here.
click.
Hey, everybody, good to be seen by you all. Made it again, like I said, another Friday night. As usual, I have one last thing I'm trying to fix here before we go live. We'll put this there and save. Okay. I think that did it. Yes. Okay, good. So let's see. What do we have for you tonight? We've got all kinds of crazy stuff tonight. I don't know, we could look, maybe 50 tabs up there. And besides that, I've got a another cow whisperer I threw together. Those are pretty easy. I had to make this one seem less violent, so it is what it is. And then I have my, I finally got all the data back, and I've got my video together on my Antarctica trip, because I just finally finished and came back from that. And so I have the footage for that, and we'll go over that tonight in my Antarctica trip. So that should be exciting for everyone.
That's very true.
So yes, and there's many that you didn't realize I had gone, but I have. So we'll go over that tonight too. And then of course, did you like my thing? You can't see it now. I can take myself out, you can see it. And 1, 2, 3, and I'm back. I put that together, and it's funny, you can see I asked Grok, of course, isn't that that's Apple's version of Chat GPT, which is, I'm sure, a demonic AI machinery. And but I asked him to make a picture, and I got exactly what I wanted. And then of course I just added my own ceiling fan in there. But yeah, we got Captain Brain Chip and Space Force Daddy, and we've discussed them a lot. And I see, not that I can see into the future, but I really see probably that a lot of people will be talking about these two for a while to come, many more times in the following new year, I'm certain.
True. Yep. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So they agree. So we'll be covering the latest episode of Captain Brain Chip and Space Force Daddy. I don't know why. I had to come up with something for Trump, and that just seemed to fit, because he's the father of the other thing. But we can't talk about that because we're on YouTube, and we're not medical scientists, so we're not going to discuss that. But where are we at here? Okay. So where should we start with? I think let's see. We got almost 100 people here. That's probably worth showing you the latest cow whisperer, because they're short. So here's the latest cow whisperer. We'll start with that. Why not?
Previously on The Cow Whisperer.
Hello. It's okay.
Satellite tracking continues.
Where were they that a random bull just runs through their Starbucks or whatever that was? So, and scene. There you go. That was the latest cow whisperer. The one I did, the one was it last week, was this
previously one. On The Cow Whisperer.
Hello. It's okay.
Satellite tracking continues.
So that's my cow whisperers series. There's now 7 of them. Why? I don't know. I really don't know why. They're easy to make, and I've got a lot going on in the quote real life now, and so I don't have as much time to put together really long videos. Sarah's not cooperating, so that's usually out. But like I said, I will show you tonight. Remind me in the chat. I'll show you my Antarctica trip. It's wonderful. So okay. Well, let's see. Let's cut into some of the let's see. We'll pull these tabs. First I have to where to go? There we go. Clickety click. We'll go here. And I did post a new video. It's a members only video because I want to give back in some way. I mean, I know the members do it just because they do it, but it's up there now. You can watch it members only. And one of these days coming up, I'll just make it available for everyone. But you have this show tonight, and I'll be posting my Antarctica what do you call it, movie after the show tonight too. So you'll have that. Okay, but what we need to do is start clearing some of these tabs, and we have to start with, see, you thought I was kidding. You try to count all those. That's a lot. We have to start here, though. For those of you that want to have the best soap you've ever used, in my opinion, it doesn't have any chemicals that you can't pronounce and things from science labs. It's homemade, made by my homemade wife. No, she's what do you call that? A housewife. No, she's amazing, is what she is, and she can make anything. And now she's put her efforts to soaps. And so, if this is a terrible commercial, if you want to pick up some, it's a way to support the show, and you get some cool soaps. So there you go. And the links are in the description. Or no, I'm sorry, the links will probably be dropped by Jeannie very soon. No. Not Jeannie, Melanie. It's going to be dropped by Melanie very soon. This whole show's ready to start being dropped. So yeah, Melanie, could you drop that soap link in there for us?
Melanie, it's all your fault.
Okay, fantastic. And Red Storm, God bless you. Thank you very much. Good eye. Sometimes you're in Australia. And 5 memberships. So wonderful. God bless you. And what am I seeing here? People, I don't know. Is anyone late yet? But I did see JT snuck in here. Where is he? Here he is. What's up, all? Well, just in case you were late, JT, the main thing is if you're tardy, as long as you don't feel tardy.
I don't feel tardy.
So there you go. And I need to do another show with you. I have a great time talking with you. So have your people call my people, and we'll do this. So. And Tom showed up. You're late, so they go there too. So, okay. So let's see. Where were we? You're in Antarctica. Well, please stay for the show. I'm gonna show you the video I made in Antarctica. So wonderful. Yeah, we must have crossed paths as we were flying. And he says it's really sunny. Yeah, we found it very sunny too. And I'll go over that on the. Okay. So I'm having a private conversation with him now. And Airborne is here. Awakened. Good to see you. Boy, everyone's showing up. It's wonderful to see you all. And yeah, oops. Right on. Thank you very much, Scotty. Okay. Beam me up, Scotty. Was never said now. All right. That's for you Mandela people. Yeah, me too. Me too. Okay, you're giving away my whole Antarctica skit, so we'll do this. Oh my God! See, it's a whole. We're having an entire get together in Antarctica. Okay, fine. Well, I can't do it yet. I got to let a few more people roll into the room just in case. I don't want to play the video before. So just hang around. We'll be doing this soon. So. All right, so where are we at? I'm so lost. Okay, I did the soap commercial. That's check. Got that done. Shoo. Okay, and let's see. We'll go over here. So just to remind everyone, the calendar was messed up, muffed up, as Jen would say, by the Romans or whatever years ago, and that's why they call you an April Fool, because spring is actually when the New Year hits, not in the middle of dead of winter. So. But in any case, Happy New Year, everyone, because I didn't get to say it before this. So let's hope that 2025 is peaceful and less eventful than 2024. Well, who we kidding? But in any case, we can hope for it. So so that's that. And then just to show you why we're so lost, no one lives in the moment anymore. We're not even going to play the audio. It's ridiculous. No one's in the moment anymore. We're so connected to these machines now. I mean, it's every dystopian novel, movie we've ever seen. I had that cartoon that's on my Mandela Bible video, which I can't play because of the music. But it's on my channel. You can see it. But there's that cartoon where everyone's walking around with these things and literally like falling down manhole covers and stuff. And we're there. We're totally there. You know, people are waiting for this takeover, and it's already happening. But that's how this works. Because we have free will, we have to give our consent. If someone said, I'm forcing you to carry this tracking device and whatever around with you all the time, and listening device and everything they do, and also the radiation that comes off it. If someone forced it around your neck, you would fight it with every thing you had. But because it comes with, but it has games and it has a cool camera and you can call people and look things up on the internet, we're like, sign me up. How much is it? Oh, it's 1,400, 1,500. Sure. Sounds good. You know, it's wild. It's nuts. I mean, I know I have to use the machinery too, but at least I know I'm not of this world. I'm in it. And by the grace of God, I'll be getting out of it eventually with the rest of you. So, but that's just it. You got to find God. You got to look for him. And, you know, I'm not that doom and gloom channel, even though we're going to talk a lot about it. But I'm not here to give you a timeline. I'm not here to say it's happening this week, that week, next week, whatever. That's for the Q people and all that. You know, the storm's coming, the popcorn. Then I have a tab here. I think it was about, where is it? It's one of these. See, I can't find it now. Where'd it go? I'll show you the whole show before we get to it. But it's one of these. It's, is it this one? We're going to go for it. Let's see. No, that's not it. Was it this one? No, that's not it either. It's not that one either. It's not that one. All right. Well, this is not working the way I would hope. It's got to be in here somewhere. There it is. This one. Trump's holding a D.C. rally on January 19th, the day before inauguration, which, watch out, Q people, it's National Popcorn Day. You know what that means? Trust the plan, right? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Trust the plan. So, and look, I'm not making fun of Trump supporters. I mean, it sounds like it. I'm not making fun of Q supporters. I'm not making fun of anybody that still holds on to these ideas that there's a man out there that's going to save you. I'm you're not my enemy. My job, my sole job here, is to show you the hypocrisies and the ridiculousness of these people, and for you to make your own decisions. And I'm not mocking you. I never will, because I was you. I was one of you. My awakening happened by finding out Trump. There was sus. Finding out the Q, then there was sus, and getting out of all of that, even this last flat earth community that's all blowing up. I got out of all of them because each one of them is a piece to the puzzle that leads you closer to what? The real truth of this world. And what is that? That God exists, that he's here with you right now. And the way, the truth, and the life, the way out of this mess is through Jesus Christ. That upsets people. I get it. He said that. He tells us that'll upset people. I'm not here to upset you. These are my observations, and you choose your own observations. But I'm here on this show to just kind of help people figure it out, so you don't end up staring at your phone watching a fake ball drop. Or how about the people that were in New York City? And I understand, like when I was younger, I do all that stuff. I did the Rose Parade one year, and you have to get up like really early for that. Well, actually, I think we went almost the night before and then camped out or whatever. And it was a long freaking day. And would I do it again now? No. We even drove out one time to watch the shuttle land, because it would land at Edward Air Force Base. And that is a nightmare because there's only one road in, and it takes you forever to get out of there. I would never do that again. But I did it. So I understand why people go and do this. But I heard in New York City, like the people that run up to the front, they're going to have to be standing there for like, I don't know, 8 to 10 hours, standing. Nowhere to sit. I guess you could sit on the ground, but then no bathrooms. And people say that the streets smell really bad, like almost like San Francisco, right, Melanie? But no, they're saying that. And so it's like, would I want to do that and watch the ball drop? And no, I'm all set, as Steve would say. But I understand why people do it. But we can't stay in love with this stuff. We can't fall in love with the world. That's the message here, I guess. And Laura K just got here, but it's hard enough for me to find this button, to find the tardy button. Let me see. Where is it? Just for you. And anybody else just showed up.
I don't feel turd. I don't feel turd. I don't feel turd. I don't feel turd.
Okay. So there we go. That's for everyone just showed up. So let's see. And for who's just showing up, I have my Antarctica video coming up soon. Okay. So we've got this. This sent to me by the wonderful Melanie. I laughed at this so hard that I accidentally sent it back to Melanie, and she's like, "What are you doing?" But check this guy out. So he's in a driverless Uber, right? And well, I showed you one. I think it was last week or the week before, that there was no one in it, and it got stuck in a loop at a parking lot. Okay, that's what we showed the video like a week or so ago. Well, this time, this guy is in the car.
Okay, why is this happening to me on a Monday? I'm in a Waymo car.
Connected to rider support. This call may be recorded for quality assurance.
This car is just going in circles.
Hi there, Mike. This is Gab. I'm calling from Waymo support. I'm just calling because I received a notification that your car might be experiencing some routing issue.
You think? So that's tech support saying, "Hey, we just noticed that this car's like freaking out and going in circles."
Please bear with me while I am.
Yeah, I got a flight to catch. Why is this?
Look at what he's doing. He's doing this circle right here, this bottom circle. And I have to say something about this gentleman. I don't know who he is, but I strive to be this calm and patient. This truly is the teachings of Jesus. Turn the other cheek. Because I don't know how he's got to make it to an airport for a flight. And in addition, he's been going around in circles with no help. And he's so nice. I don't think at this point I'd be this nice. But listen to the rest of this. Here we go.
Thing going in a circle. I'm getting dizzy. Look at what it's doing.
I understand. I'm really sorry, Mike. We're working with the situation of the vehicle. Is it circling around a parking lot, right?
It's circling around a parking lot. I got my seatbelt on. I can't get out the car. Has this been hacked? What's going on? I feel like I'm in the movies. Is somebody playing a joke on me? And I got a flight to catch.
I understand, Mike. I'm really sorry for this. We're working with this, but we understand.
They promised us flying cars. They promised us, these driverless cars like you saw in, was it The Sixth Sense? No, The Sixth, which that was another number. Fifth Element. Is that it? God, Bruce Willis is in a lot of movies with numbers in it, isn't he? Just realized that. 16 blocks. Anyways. But yeah. So this is what we get. Look at this wheel just spinning around. And I love the little map that keeps just making a green circle.
Do you have an access to your Waymo app right now?
Yeah.
And no, that's not a robot. That's an actual quote real person. But yeah, it does sound like a robot. The robots are sounding like people, and the people are sounding like AI.
Pulling the car over while we are trying to assist the car. Oh, hold on just a second.
We're trying to assist another car that's more important than you?
Goodness. I just better not be late for the flight. You guys are going to take care of the flight. That part.
I'm really so sorry.
Yeah, because this is...
Now it's stopped. I don't know why it stopped unless there was a car coming or something. But again, they still not in control of it, and he can't get out.
It's crazy. This is crazier.
There he goes again in the circle.
I apologize. If you have your app pulled up, I need you to tap my trip in the lower left corner of your app.
Yeah, pull up your app.
Can't you just do it? You should be able to handle it. Take over the car. You don't need my phone.
It's now your fault. You got to fix it with your own app.
Okay, why is it?
Oh, I guess that's it. It kind of ends there. Well, for anybody that wants to, how do I share this?
Let's see. Copy. All right. And where are you all? Let's see. You're over here. Is that something? I think that's fantastic. Paste. There. That's the link to that video. I'll throw it over in Rumble too, so you can have it if you want to see it. It's kind of funny. I watched it many times. So, but yeah, okay. Let's see. Where do we go from here? Get rid of that one. Go back over here. Okay. So we covered that. And, oh, I know I didn't throw it in Rockfin. There's a few people that watch me over there. And if you want it, there's the link for that over there too. Okay, what's next? We'll go back in here, see how you all doing. Yeah, I mean, if let's say he even had a belt cutter, but how does he get out? The doors are locked, I guess. I don't know. Maybe you can unlock the door, but I would think when the car's driving, it probably doesn't allow it, you know? So, yeah, see? Door cannot be opened. Yeah, exactly, Shapu. See? So I don't know. Yeah, it's really, it's sad that it just cuts off. We never get to see what happens. I'm curious if he made it. So, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So where are we at? Yeah, we're getting very close to the 12 monkeys. Absolutely. Yeah. Total Recall, Johnny Cab. He had it in that one too. That's right. That's right. Yep. That was a good movie. Okay. So where are we at? Let's see. Yeah, I'm with you. Oh, I guess he was in the Bay Area. Okay. So, yeah, sorry, your car may be having a break from reality. So, all right, let's get done with this. Okay, let's go back into showing. We'll go here. Okay, so we got that one. And then this one I just thought was funny.
Sta nevicando tantissimo. Vai Pancino, fatti una corsa.
He just goes straight down and he's done.
Pancho?
So there's that. Okay. Now, I don't know if any of you, the crazy fog that was going on everywhere, we had it here. Just like this video I found around, I'd say 2 a.m. It was about 4 days ago, I think it was. And I went outside. It was like 2 a.m. One of the dogs woke me that had to pee, or I had to pee. I don't know. When you get my age, you wake up sometimes and you have to pee. And sometimes you walk in a room and forget why you went there. But one of us had to. And when I turned on the flashlight, because I have one of my dogs that likes to kind of take off, and I didn't want him getting too far. I saw this, just like this.
So this falls in line. What the fuck is?
Yeah, I saw all this, and it was all in the sky, but only when you had a light on. See, when you walked out like this, you didn't see it. But I have one of the kind of like what he has. Mine's a larger one, and big plastic one. His looks pretty military-ish. But I saw this in the air. So, and a lot of people were reporting this, and then of course we've had this weird fog all over the nation, and also over in Europe too. And so I'm not here to tell you what any of this is. I'm just here to report that I've seen it with my own eyes. And so whatever this is, it's no bueno. But I can't tell you what it is. So that happened over New Year's. And this, of course, is now supposedly on its way, right? There's a gentleman that I knew. His brother worked for one of the stations out here as the weather person. And he told me that his brother told him they can really only plan weather out 2-3 days max, even, in these days. But now suddenly we're planning things out 10 days in advance. They can tell you when tornadoes are coming and earthquakes. Well, not earthquakes yet, I guess. But all the weather now we can plan out 2 weeks. They can tell you, like, pinpointed almost to the minute. So, of course you can say, well, we're just getting better at estimating it. But this was a weather guidance saying to me that they haven't. Or two, they're controlling it in some way, but that sounds a little bit conspiratorial. So I won't say that. I'm just saying some people say that, but they're predicting power outages, and they're predicting, the storm of doom, 16 alpha. And so, coming soon near you. And I found this, and just this area here is really going to get hit hard, apparently. So there was this one. This 1,500-mile winter storm set to blanket the plains east coast. So be on the lookout for that coming your way. That one might not be real. I don't know. But it does say it's an exclusive AccuWeather forecast. So, who knows? You saw what they spread over my house one time. If you haven't, we could revisit that. We haven't revisited that in a while for the new people. So let's see. Where is it? Here. We'll go, one of these buttons is clickety click. Where is it? Come on. I know you're in here somewhere. Why can't I find it when I need it? Because you're looking for it. That's why. Let's go this way. We'll look at it for another way. Go here, and we'll bring it up this way. There it is. I knew I'd find it. All right, we'll get through the commercial. And skip. Let's see. Here we go. So you're this button, and then this button, and that button, this button, this one, and clickety click, and we're there. So this is what this was about 2 years ago. My wife and I were working outside, and we both noticed this, and we got together and discussed it. That's what I would say about that. So here we go. Maybe I can, hey, how do I make this the whole thing here? That way. That button? Thank you, hon. That was the one. It worked. There we go.
All satellites operative, Captain.
You guys heard audio? Hopefully you hear audio. Someone say 5x5 or thumb up or something. Let's see. I know you're in the past. Yes. Audio. Okay, here we go.
All satellites operative, Captain.
You better take a look at this radar.
Okay, come on, people. Now they're just literally dicking with us. For reals? I came out here to photograph the moon in the daytime. It's out more than it is at night. And they decided to spray a giant... Well, you tell me.
But it looks like a giant.
Come on. Come on.
What's coming out of it?
Come on, people. This is just a cloud. When are we going to wake up? What's this called? Shoot the moon. I think they're going to try to hide this now that I've exposed I've exposed it. They've got one of their invisible planes.
It's already exposed.
Wonder Woman is in this one. If I can focus. Focus.
Well, seems like there's a hand underneath the balls. Seriously.
All right, let me look at that. That's a really cool, whatever that is.
Gosh.
We won't be able. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. There's some cuppage. Definite cuppage. Hey.
Try to get them, block the moon from getting any spray on it. What's going on here?
That's a moon condom.
It is a long, smooth shaft.
For those of you keeping score, the cloud cock, as we're now proudly calling it, it's gotten larger, girthier, but still being held in a gentle caress by a little darker, just grayish cloud.
But with two balls.
Satellite tracking continues.
For anyone struggling with
there's
ringing,
no such thing as weather miles back. Josh, somebody's talking and YouTube's talking. There's no such thing as weather modification, is there? And we just were standing there coming up with talking to each other, and it was freaking hilarious. Yeah. It's I just this. You go outside and you see that in your sky. I mean, it definitely seemed like a message sent to us. So yeah. All right. And it looks like everyone's enjoying that one, which is wonderful. Yeah. Because there's a lot of people that are new to my channel. So you need to go back and they're definitely watching. So they're definitely watching, but it's it was exposed and everything that you're saying. It was all of that, and the cuppage and the whole bit. Yes. So So anyways, look, that's what you do. You just gotta look at life and realize that it's funny. It's funny. So all right, that's enough of that. Okay, so I don't even know how we got into that, but let's clear some of these tabs so my Antarctica trip will run properly, because otherwise it will run really slow. I got this old computer. Okay, so that's how we got into that. We got that. Okay, so what's next? I wanted to talk about the passing of Jimmy Carter again. There's honest to God news articles you can find that he died. I think it was in 98 or something. I don't know. A lot of people remember him. Not 98. What was it? Like a couple years ago, whenever his wife was in hospice and dying. Anyways, they've never explained this photo. If you guys don't remember this is supposedly an actual photo, not doctored. I mean, you can find this on all the news websites and stuff. And the way they explained it is the guy that took the picture and his lens and perspective. And okay, fine. You can tell me all that stuff if you want to. But when I look at this thing, I guess I can't make it larger than this. Sure, maybe you could say he's in front of her and so he just looks bigger. But she's holding his hand and he looks like a midget. I don't know. And then, of course, the internet always has to actually one up real life, I guess. And they did this. Oh, wait, I missed it. Oh, well. But yeah, see, like this guy, he remembers it the other way. Didn't I get him already? You know what? I want to find that other picture, though. See, I got to stop the show. That's what happens when you hit X. Oh, that's what our new Twitter guy loves, X. Too soon, then you don't see is what you wanted to see. Oh, there we go. I found it. That was quick. We'll put it over here. Okay. So we go here. We go here, here. Clickety click here, here, and here, and here, and there. I like that one. So I'm not even on screen. Oh my goodness. There's so many people that tune in just to see me. You know how that works. Let's see. I like being over on the side. I think that's the one I like. Yeah. Okay. So let's go back and screen share. And I don't know if there's anyone nearby, but the coffee situation is very empty. Oops, that's not the one I want. Not that one. That's just me. That one. There we go. Okay. So yeah, I like that one. Yep, now it's empty. We'll see. If not, we have water. let's see, what are we doing here? So we covered that. And we covered that. I don't know if anyone else in the chat remembered that, but I did too. It just seemed like, but maybe it was just because they talked about how he was circling the drain for so long. I don't know. Okay. Well, since I just started my screen sharing, see who just showed up. Look like Have Bliss.
I don't feel tardy. I don't feel tardy.
There you go. As long as you don't feel tardy. All right. So that's Jimmy Carter news. And because I have friends that live out in San Francisco. I didn't know if you knew this, but, you know, we got rid of Jimmy Carter, but this gal doesn't leave.
Hi, it's Nancy. I'm on my way to Washington to proudly represent the people of San Francisco in Congress.
Did you know that? It's the same people forever. When are people going to realize that? I mean, they realize it, but you can't vote your way out of this. They've taken it over. I know it doesn't look like her at all. They've taken it over long before we were born, and they're not letting go anytime soon. So, yeah. But so here she is going back to Congress to represent San Francisco. Yeah, I think supposedly she had an affair with Kennedy. That's how old she is, when he was alive. But yeah. She's been yeah. Oh. So anyways, so that's going on. I'd play the rest of the clip, but there's really no reason to. That's all you really need to know. And I really don't like to have them on screen that long. It's just something about it. And this one drives me crazy because to me, one of the biggest psyops, and there's one guy who does an entire channel on it. I have his book, the Paul is Dead guy. Is that Mike Williams? Yeah. And is there more coffee? Okay. Yeah, he does a whole thing on Paul is Dead thing. And he was one of the first ones that I started hearing all this weird stuff about. Of course, they joked about it when they joked about it. That's not even Paul McCartney. That's that funny. Let's put Paul on the screen. There he is. They joked about it throughout the Beatles album covers, and I was a huge Beatle fan, so I knew all the backstories and all that stuff. I had the book. I had everything on it. And he supposedly, Paul, died in a car crash, lost his head. It even says in the song, and it's a white Beetle, and it's pictured on Abbey Road, and says 28 if. I mean, I could go through the whole thing about how he supposedly died in 1966, and they substituted him in with fake Paul. They call him Fall, and he's been playing Paul ever since. I mean, he's very talented. He's enjoyable. I went to a show. And so, but it's funny because now I think originally when I went to the show, I thought it was seeing Paul McCartney, one of my, idols. That's the other thing, since I was a kid. But now I realize if it turns out that he's fake Paul, then it was like I was watching, what do they call? Thank you. What do they call those? What are those shows called where they have a substitute band? See it. What's that? Cover. Yeah. Like a cover show. That's all it was. It was a cover band, but he was very talented and, but definitely not worth the money. None of these guys are, but, it's so it hit me really hard when I started finding out that there was so much fakeness, behind the band. You could find the Illuminati pictures of them and all that stuff. And then there's the whole mystery of like George Harrison. Because like maybe I have it wrong, but I think he was stabbed and then shot and he had cancer. And like, I'm still not even sure what he died of. But he just kind of checked out very mysterious. And then, of course, they said they got rid of Pete Best and put in Ringo Starr because he was the handler for the group. You know what the handlers are. If not, go watch some of my old shows. And so he was the handler for the group. And if any of these stories are true. But then there was all this weirdness of the thing that really got me was when John Lennon got shot. I was in high school and it was miserable. And now when I look at it, Like the bullets don't match. They don't line up. I think there's too many or not enough. And I mean, you can read up on these things and there's only one autopsy photo and everyone says it looks like it's a mask. And there's this weird lapse of time between when he gets shot and when Yoko gets a hold of the ambulance and all. So you can go on and on. The fact, the weirdness of the coincidence that Mark David Chapman, he has a photo of John Lennon signing the last album that he just put out or whatever before he shoots him the same night. I mean, it's just, you can go on and on and on the weirdness of that. But then if you look at it, you can still find this on the internet. The guy that moved into Paul McCartney's original house that he grew up, the caretaker, just coincidentally looks and sounds exactly like Paul McCartney. So there's that coincidence. And at the end of the day, this thing just showed up. So you got Paul McCartney showing up, right? And then wait for it, as they say. Who's that? Who's that? Just someone that just happens to look exactly like John Lennon might look if he was older and a little heavier and has the same fucking glasses that he's. I know, but it really pisses me off, this stuff. These guys really affected me. And look at this. Yeah, see, you can't believe it either. Where is it? Look. Come on. Am I the only one seeing this? No, I can't be. You all have to be seeing this. This is ridiculous. So, again, it's all just a stage. The world is a stage. Look at the profile. How many people have that nose and that chin, right? And I bet if we look closely, he has the dimple, or maybe they put makeup over it. Oh, no, he's got him. Look, what's this? What's going on? Good night, everyone. We're all talking that Paul is dead, but he's really alive, and John is dead, but no, he's really alive. Strawberry Fields forever. Exactly, Pastor of Muppets. Right for you? You can't miss the profile. How many musicians that are standing with Paul McCartney? Look, I bet I could find pictures of John Lennon looking exactly that pose, and you couldn't tell them apart. I mean, come on. Yeah, right. Isn't that something? And that's why we're in Satan's world. Everything's backwards and upside down and flipped around. The most peaceful song in the world is actually it's communist and it's anti-God. And so he's like the guy that I admired so much growing up as a child and into my teenage years. It turns out he's an agent for, what was the thing Brian used to say? Agent against humanity. I mean, his songs, they mess with you to the point that you feel connected to him, and then they're probably just spells and stuff like they say. But what a mind control this is. And then to tragically take him and traumatize generations, multiple generations, because my parents loved that, not necessarily the Beatles, but Elvis and all these groups, and say the generation right before me even. So you traumatize all these people, and then what? It's all a lie. I mean, that's what I think. Yes, Laney, Satan is such a troll. He is. He's a liar and deceiver, and it is immoral to lie, even though there's other pastors telling you not. That's a whole other video, but we won't get into that one tonight. So, okay. What's next? And this, once you see it, you can't unsee it. It just so happens at the end of the Truman Show, when Truman realizes that he's in a fake thing, the way out is what? Up the Freemasonry steps. It's hidden in plain sight. That's good coffee. Yeah, it's right in your face. So let's see. So we'll get rid of that. And did y'all see this? This is how 2025 started. All three of these got hit with lightning. Middle of the music. All three of these. That's the Empire, the Capitol, and the Washington Monument. Look, and I'm not even here to tell you what that means, because it can mean so many different things, or it can mean nothing. You could go to Twitter in context, and they'll tell you they're really tall buildings and they have lightning rods to attract it in case the blah, blah, blah. Okay, you got that answer. Then you have the answer like, oh, it's telling you the storm is coming and Trump's going to arrest all the elite whatever that are against us, and they go to Gitmo, right? Or you could say, oh, him and Elon, their plan is starting, and this Satan is showing you because lightning comes down from heaven. Satan comes down from heaven like lightning. So, throw in whatever answer that you like. Find out what the Simpsons did. I don't know if they covered this one or not, but that's not the focus. The focus for us is this: something is happening, or something people want you to believe is happening. And if you believe in something, you can make it true in a way, in a matter of speaking. That's why God says to have no fear except God, because he takes away all that fear when you realize they're messing with you. Even this report is potentially just messing with people that look for stuff like this. And then everyone shares it and goes, look, the world is ending, whatever. You can say whatever you want out of this picture. All I can say is this: it happened, and either it happened because it means something and it's a sign from God or the devil, or people want you to believe something is coming and happening. And the way they can manipulate it is through this. Did this actually happen? I wonder if anyone was there. I mean, anybody on my chat, you can tell me, but who was there to see this happen? I don't know. So did it all just come across on a computer screen? We're all waiting for Operation, what's the one about the alien invasion? I can't think of it right now. You guys in the chat will have it, but we're all waiting for that one. And yet it's happening all the time in front of us. We don't know what to believe at all anymore. Why? Oh, he's one of those guys. No, everything in our lives comes through these damn screens now. We're not experiencing it. We don't know anyone that's experiencing it. Blue beam. Thank you, Laura. Yes, blue beam. Blue beam. Everyone got it but me. Blue beam, blue beam. I see Quaalude. That's a funny name. Quaalude Charlie got it, and Mike Riley got it, and Joy got it, and 63 Connie got it. So yes. And so Laura, I think, was first, but Quaalude Charlie has a really funny name. Okay. Where am I? I don't even remember anymore. But yeah, so the takeaway is this: just know that the times that you're in a period of time where a lot of the people think something's coming, and a lot of the people think that they're faking it, that something already came and they're just trying to pretend it's coming again. It doesn't matter. Enough people are messing with this time, or God himself, or Satan himself, whatever you want to describe it as, that we're in such unprecedented times that your takeaway is just get right with God. Just put on your full armor and we'll make it through this, because none of this affects you. These 3 lightning strikes, it'll never affect your life in any way, shape, or form, ever. Even if it's like the oncoming doom symbols and stuff, this still didn't affect you. And you shouldn't let it affect your life. And you shouldn't lose the fun and joy in life worrying about this stuff. Because if you are a believer in Christ, you know that, well, yeah, the bad things will come, but God will get you through it. And then it's all over. So in a way, it's bringing you closer to that day. So you should rejoice. He even says that, rejoice in tribulations. But maybe it's not even tribulations yet. Who knows? So live your life and don't worry about these things. I just report them because, I kind of have to, and then I want to pick it apart so people aren't in fear of this stuff. So anyways, this may or may not have happened to start off the year. And then of course, there was the horribleness of this car, supposedly, allegedly, that did this in New Orleans. But most importantly,
in order to conduct this, he was hell-bent.
This lady, I think it says 87, and she's the, was she the police chief? Yeah, 82. What are we doing? Oh, wait. What does this say? She's 65, according to Wikipedia? Wait a minute. That she's 65.
On creating the carnage and the damage that he did.
She does not look 65.
Agent in charge. This is Agent Duncan, Special Agent Duncan. And
she's not 65. And if you can't trust Wikipedia, who can you trust? Let's see. Here she is. Says she's 65. Wait a minute. I call foul. Look at what it says. Born 1959. There's no birth date. And she's between the ages of 66 and 65? When have you ever seen that? Are you guys seeing this? Look at that, Jeannie. She doesn't even have a birth date. She was created in a lab back in 1959. There's no birth date. How do you not know when someone's born? And she's the head of the police department. Well, you think she's older, right? Well, definitely, but it tells me something sus because it doesn't have a birth month or day, and they're not even sure if the year is correct. But they're going to tell me she's definitely not 85, 82. But when I look at this lady ain't no 65.
she has taken over this case.
Oh my God, wake me up from the clown show. They're telling me this lady may or may not be, no, she's either 65 or 66. We're not sure what birth month or day she was born, but she's definitely not 82, even though she looks 82. Okay. All right. I'm in an endless loop of not being able to figure this out. So we will just, we will continue on. But no, I should put a thing. Did I find this helpful? I should say no. I don't want an algorithm realizing that I actually took time to rate something. It's bad enough already. So growing up is realized, and I just figured this out recently. First of all, for those of you playing along with Mandela Effect, if you thought Shaggy had this weird, what do you call it, thing in his throat here that all the people have, he doesn't. What's that thing called? Adam's apple. Thank you. I remember him having it, but apparently he never has. Ruh-roh, Shaggy. Exactly, truth be told. But yeah, I just realized this. So think about it. Shaggy was a weed-smoking hippie that talked to his dog and ate all the time because of the munchies. So that makes total sense. Yeah. Yeah, no more Adam's apple. It's all gone on him. Yeah, interesting. All right, what's next? Oh, second weed joke. I work so I can afford the amount of cannabis required to continue going to work. So I like that one. That sounds about right. What the predator sees after chasing me for 10 seconds. And why did I bring this one up? Because I just happened to have back-to-back predator jokes. You remember when he had his own TV show? So there's that. I think Melanie sent me this one too. The next one is called Where the Hell is My Food, Susan? I notice Sarah gets a lot more animated when she doesn't have any food, and she like almost trips you trying to get your attention. So there's that. Okay. Remember, they're not killing the ducks, the seagulls, the eagles, or the quail. It's only the bird flu only affects the chickens and apparently now the cows, where it says more than 70% of the California dairy cows now have it. So stay safe out there, everyone. Stay safe. What's next? And watch out for this spider. I swear this thing, well, it wouldn't be in Australia because everything Australia wants to kill you. This is, I think, in Brazil. Yeah, Brazil. So and I looked this up. It's true. How people, it's ridiculous how someone found out. But a bite from the Brazilian wandering spider can cause an erection that lasts up to 4 hours. It's painful, apparently. So, I don't know if I'd rush out to Brazil. probably your pharmacist could do better. But if not, well, other than the trip to Brazil and bring the spider back in your luggage, this would work, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, isn't that the weirdest thing? It's one of these things is just like, I don't even have it. We're moving on. American girl releases a doll with hearing loss. And the first answer on the internet is, wait, the other ones can hear us? So there's that. Okay. And, it took me the second viewing to realize what was happening here. I'll play it through, and you tell me if you figure it out, and if not, we'll discuss. So he's got the okay. So now we're going to discuss as to why that was or was not funny. I'll let you all catch up in real speed time here, and I'll have a sip of my coffee. Okay, Fredericks gets it. Okay, cool. Puffs comes with crabs. Well, that's not what we were going for, but it's funny, Pastor of Muppets. So, okay, I'll just I guess we'll just go over this. This happens to be one of the WNBA players, and they have trouble, I'd say, making regular shots into the hoop. And so, see, that's why it's funny. So, anyways, I thought it was funny. And you know what? Damn it, it's my show. So that's the way that works. Okay. Oh, and then there was a 57,000 square foot Temu warehouse in China went up in flames, and the total loss of inventory has been estimated to be as high as $56.19, US dollars. Okay. And this is no joke, even though it is a joke. If you're wondering what Plymouth Rock looks like from when you were a kid, you were taught that it's this, they show like them putting a flag on it and standing like, what is that? Jimmy Walker's or whatever, liquor or something, or Captain Morgan. It's kind of like that. No, it's not like that at all. It's just some random rock that someone chiseled in or whatever, carved in, and poorly, I might add, because the 8 doesn't even look like an 8. It almost looks like it was a 6, and then somebody kind of etched this part of it. Or is it supposed to be 6? I don't even know anymore. Yeah, it is 16. Okay, so fine. So, but that's Plymouth Rock. So first of all, what a joke. Okay. Second of all, it's been there since 1620. Yes, that's a 6. Why hasn't the water level changed even a millimeter since then? So there's food for thought. Maybe there's some smart scientists in the audience can figure it out. Yeah, it's in a cage. I mean, when I first saw this, I thought someone was goofing on me, but that's actually the supposed rock. And then they carved the 1620 and then put it in a cage. It looks like there's a staple here holding it. I don't know, but whatever. So there's that. So that is in a storm drain. Yeah. I think the It monster is down here too. All right. How about this new nightmare? Yeah, researchers at the University of Tokyo developed a quote, of course, a dragon, shocking, transformed a multi-linked aerial robot that can morph its shape in midair, stretching, bending, or even squeezing through tight spaces. So there's that now. Everything's a dragon, right? Dragon X, I think, is the Tesla, or what do you call it? Elon Musk, SpaceX. Everything's a dragon. They're showing its carrying capabilities. So yeah, coming soon to a theater near you, robot dragons. Because what could possibly go wrong? So we got lightning. Let's go over the checklist of all these symbols of Satan that we're seeing. So you have lightning, and now, of course, dragons. Check and check. And for those of you playing along with the drone situation, whatever that is, so they had a press conference.
With military drones.
Where he said that they're not U.S. military drones and they're not foreign entities or adversaries. So basically this, if you play this thing, he just says that we don't know. So they're like trying to either make you believe, well, A, they're lying to you, of course, or they're alien space beings, right? So coming soon to a theater near you. And then what does China release? Their cartoon of their space weapons that they want to, and drones are coming out and stuff. Whatever. It's all just more nonsense to make us believe in space. You know, that's the way I look at it. Because space is not what they tell us. And this doesn't make any sense to me. That last lady, oh, how about this one, G? That last lady, it said she was 60. Well, they didn't know. 65, 66, we're not sure. Here's 69-year-old Angus Young from AC/DC. And of course, they're not getting the music strikes. So you're not going to hear him. But he's singing. And look at how he's moving. I mean, come on. And he's still wearing the shorts. I don't know. He's supposed to be 66 or 60, whatever. What does it say? 69. He's supposed to be 69. I don't know. These people are looking way older than 60. That guy looks way older than 69 in my mind. Ugh. But here's the thing. These songs are popular. These singers are popular. Why? They're good at their craft. It's like witchcraft. They're good at it. They're talented. That's why Satan uses them. Some of them know they're being used. Most of them, I would think, had to sell their soul to get as big and famous as these guys. And then they come out later and they tell you that they're Christians and this, that, and the other. And it's not. And I remember one time I was talking to my wife about one of these guys. I think it was the guy that played, he was really good at it. The guy that played Reacher. And suddenly he was like this Christian. And I think Ken Sorbo and some of these other big actors now are supposedly on the side of God. Hey, if that's true, wonderful. Glad to have you aboard. But it just seems to me like they're lying. And when I said to Jeannie, I remember saying, well, how could they say this, that, and the other? And she said, because they lie. And I said, oh, well, you're right. So just, again, don't idolize these people. And know that even if you think they're on your side, most likely they're not. They're not. Because they have nothing in common with you. They don't know you exist other than they accept your money. So, but we get a good song out of it. I get it. But there's just dark forces at work. And just, be on guard. That's all. This music can sweep you away. And or you can maybe use it to your own advantage in some way. I don't know, but we know that they changed the hertz, right, on music. So it obviously, and they have backwards stuff in Beatles and Zeppelin songs and others. So they know the power it has, just like in the televised vision. So go into it go into it with the knowledge that you know what's happening behind the scenes, and armor up. Because if you listen to science, then everyone was pushing Ozempic. And now, allegedly, according to these articles, it's most likely the cause of eye rotting disease. So there's that. So you lose weight and your eyesight all at once. But, this was huge in the news and science was pushing it. That's all I'm saying. I'm not talking about anything other science pushes. I'm talking about this particular one. So we won't cover that, but it's an interesting article. I'll tell you what, I'll put that one in the chat if you want to see that one later. But again, I'm not dumb enough to even touch that. Where are you all? Let's see, I'll put it in here. Goes in there. And you can look at that at your leisure later. Put it in here. Goes in there. And then one more over on the rock fitting people. I'll throw it in there. Paste. Okay. So we got that out of the way. We'll get rid of that article, that horrible article. Clickety click. We'll go here and here and here, here and here. And did you see this? This happened. I think it was on New Year's, I believe. Yeah, January 1st. And so you got a Tesla that was parked in front of the Trump Towers. I mean, talking about symbolism, this is what you see on Twitter, like the first day of the new year. So there's that. And then this story is very interesting. So supposedly this has a lot of explosives in it and a guy in it, a military guy who drove around. He went past this place more than once, I think, until he finally came here. And then there's conflicting reports because he was apparently dead of, as they say, pew pew. But then the car exploded. And so maybe the car was on a timer. Because it's a chicken or egg. He has to, either he blows up the car, but then he can't poo poo, so it's very confusing. But don't worry, we know exactly who he is, because even though this completely burnt out and blew up and caused damage and stuff, his what do you call it, ID badge is fine, so we know who he is. So it's made of the same things of the passports during that other event many years back. So I'm sure we'll get to the bottom of this, because we have two of our top people on, top people on it. So, and I know Melanie likes this because they always show the dumpster fire on these trucks, and this one looks like that. All right, what's next? And then look, Elon Musk himself retweeted this. The Tesla Cybertruck was voted the worst vehicle by the National Association of Terrorist Car Bombers. Elon Musk tweets that. So there's that. Okay. And I'm not one of these people that say everyone's been switched out. I know that there's different people for certain. We saw it with Biden and others, but this guy and this guy do not look the same to me. I mean, everything. Okay, maybe he got hair plugs. I don't know, but his hairline's different. This guy's face is kind of more squared and squared chin. This guy's, more pear shape, heart shape or something. The noses look different. I don't know. I don't know. It's one of those things. We can't really check the ears, but this sure kind of seemed like these tuck in and these have a little outside opening. But whoever's playing Elon, it's going to be an interesting next 4 years, I'd say. So, yeah, Shapu got hair when he got rich. It just grows, I guess. So, yeah. Yeah, the guy on the left has a V-shaped chin, right? Yeah. Yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah. It's sus. How about that? It's sus. Okay. 160 people. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget. All right, let's keep going. And this one is a new one for me. So they got these things, what do you call it, Discord and stuff. And there's this dude that shows up on all the Elon Musk talks, and his name is Adrian, and everyone's calling it out that it's actually Elon himself. And so then he has conversations with himself.
I can't, honestly, I don't believe you're not me.
Yeah.
That's Elon saying that. Now here's Adrian.
That's a theory. That's a
me.
theory. People think I'm legitimately your clone. There's been theories that I'm one of your Neuralink experiments. Can you clarify that I'm not one of your Neuralink experiments? Or maybe I am and I wouldn't realize it? Because that shit's vast. How are your monkeys?
Well,
how are your monkeys? I don't know. How's the test subject?
And did you hear his laugh there? I don't know. I mean, again, I'm going to throw these in the chat so you can see him. But the voices are identical. And then this one, again, he's like, I don't think Elon was in this one.
The way we know that there's several federal grand juries going on against.
100%, man. I think I understand what your position is. You just hate Elon, and you're just looking for an outlet to push
criminal, and I can't wait for him to.
So the people are saying it's him, or now he's saying it's his own clone or something. But check this out. Compare the laughs.
Guys, so fucking stupid.
Yes, in fact.
Guys,
It's the same kind of laugh.
so fucking stupid.
Yes, in fact.
So I don't know what's going on here, but we do know what's going on. It's a clown show. They do it right in front of us, and we accept it. So, like I said, you can't let any of this stuff get to you. You just got to live your life and know that it's all for show, and it's all for you, but they're trying to put fear in your hearts. But instead, fill it with laughter and go, you know what? Your silly tricks don't work on us anymore because we know what you're up to. The guy is like, it's himself. I mean, I don't know how you can't hear that. So I'll put that in all those chats there. But yeah, pretty wild. So we have that. Get rid of that. And then, yeah. And so make no mistake. Here's Captain Brainchip in one of his favorite outfits. It was his Twitter feed for like an entire year, you know, because every good Christian, you know, as he claims to be, walks around in a Baphomet costume with an upside down cross. Makes perfect sense, right? In Satan's world. Okay, let's see. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything here. I did. I'll have to bring that up in a minute. Okay. Let's go back. Yeah. So he wears that, you know, see, Baphomet costume. Yeah. So there you go. And he's like one of the richest billionaires on earth. And he's here to save you. He doesn't even know you exist. He might know I exist because of the song. He did hear the song. Someone gave it to him, and I know he saw it. But he doesn't really contact me, but that's probably a good thing, since it seems like we're working for opposite sides of the squads here. So, and here he is with his female robots. And again, these are the ones that they show us. So imagine what they really have. So there's that. Yeah, he's here to save you. He's here to do something, I'll tell you that. He's here to do this. He changed his name on Twitter to Kekis Maximus. Pepe the Frog, if y'all know what that is. And if not, you know, you're just going to have to roll with it. But this has been an internet meme guy forever. And on the left is his Twitter feed. And on the right is the Frog God card from the Illuminati game. So there's that. So there's that. Then in Revelation 16:13, I saw 3 impure spirits that looked like frogs. They came out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. Interesting. So, I mean, you can go through, it says here, here, screenshot that and see all the different connections. And here you go with the Kabbalah again. So, look, it's just no bueno. Definitely no bueno. So, and just in case you wanted to really hammer it home, in iPad Go 2, they have the frog mask. So there's that. Right? It's all out there if we just piece it together. And they want us to piece it together. Because either this is what they're planning and they have to let us know. It's this the way the world works. Where's that thing I had? It's one of these. Yeah, it's this one. Evil must hide in plain sight, for the rules of the universe demand that the deceived must consent to their deception. Aleister Crowley. He's top Satanist if there ever was one. And so he's telling you, they have to tell you the plans, at least the plans they want to do you? And you have to just go, oh, yeah, I heard about that. Or, oh, what's the score in the basketball game instead? And then and then they can do whatever they want because you've given your consent away. So just know that this is their planning, and but don't worry about it. You can't change it anyways. And then they just dance the night away. I think it's hilarious that they dance the same. And they've stolen that YMCA song because it used to be played at all weddings and stuff, and I bet now you can't at most weddings because there'll be fighting and stuff. So way to take that song. And then people are shocked that Captain Brain Chip. Oh, he calls him Captain Brain Chip. That's cool. Wait till they find out that Jab Daddy Trump isn't a free speech. Listen what he says here, right out of his mouth. Here, let's see.
Do something. We have to go see Bill Gates and a lot of different people that really understand what's happening. We have to talk to them, maybe in certain areas, closing that internet up in some way.
Closing the internet up, right? Because we have free speech, and he's going to be the protector of it.
Somebody will say, oh, freedom of speech, freedom of speech.
I just did.
These are foolish people.
Oh, well, shit.
We have a lot of foolish people. We have a lot of foolish people. We've got to maybe...
Oh, don't forget, you got to throw in that 666 sign when you're talking. Don't forget that.
Maybe do something with the internet.
So they're going to have to do something for the foolish people like me. As he throws up his allegiance to the 666s. Come on, people. You got to wake up out of this dream. No man's here to save you. Just so you know, there's only one way out through Jesus. And, you know, you can get mad at me for that, but it's okay. You get mad and figure it out. And we're all good. It's no problem whatsoever. All right. And we covered the popcorn rally thing. All right. Yeah. And here you go. Another guy. He's another quote hero. But you don't know just because he says something you want. Trump said a whole bunch of things. He got a whole bunch of truthers and Christians and a bunch of people trusted him again, thinking that they think he was anointed by God. They think that bullet was missed because an angel turned his head or God himself. They think that. And it's okay. It's just, I don't believe it. I think it's all a deception. And hey, prove me wrong and it'll be a great time. But that's not the way I see it. Not saying I would want the other one. I think they're both heading in the same direction. The main agenda continues to move on, regardless of who's in office. You know, my whole life I've seen that. It didn't matter if it was a Republican or Democrat. Our life just went on. You did what you wanted in your own personal life. You could affect the people immediately around you and maybe in your community. And that's it. The stuff that went on in the government and the wars and this, that, and the other, we couldn't change it. Show me one time where what do you call it? Demonstration changed the policy. If it ever happened, it's got to be rare. But again, I understand the idea behind it because they get us all worked up about all these things and there's nothing we can do. And so it's a way to like yell and shout at the machine and thinking that you can vote in someone else from the machine to get rid of the bad people in the machine. I mean, it's an endless loop. And so even what he says here, you know, there's people that we still have the names of the proven thing. We still have no names. But is he now on your side? I doubt it. Could I be wrong? Would I be happy if I was? Absolutely. They rejoice in heaven when someone finds Christ every time. So it'd be wonderful, but I'm not going to put my stake in man because they lie to us every time. That's just the way it works. Yeah, the good billionaires are going to save us from the bad billionaires. Does that logic make sense? And of course, they have to use this guy's face. But yeah, that's what you're expecting out of Trump and Elon. That the good billionaires are going to save you from the bad ones. And I just don't see it that way. Okay. Look at people didn't want Klaus Schwab to take over the world and push his dystopian agenda. Yet somehow Elon is pushing for the same agenda and it makes it okay now. Right? Look at synthetic mRNA is based on digital medicine with incredible potential. Sounds like he doesn't realize Tesla makes the machine for the CureVac. At some point, having a Neuralink will be normal. That's a good one. The only action needed to solve this change is carbon tax. So tell me that he's not part of the same machine. But we're all happy that he's in there with Space Force Daddy. Okay, I'm all set, as Steve would say. Right, and then we got this guy.
As you surf the internet, as you watch videos or check your social feed, the algorithms will be monitoring. The algorithm tracks your eye movements, your blood pressure, your brain activity, and tells you who you are.
Why is it just me that all these evil guys sound just like the evil James Bond guys? But how about this? He's at this in 2018, where he says that the algorithms are going to be tracking everything from your eye movement to your blood pressure.
Now imagine the situation in 10 or 20 years when an algorithm can tell any teenager exactly where he or she is on the gay-straight spectrum.
Violence. I think that it's more or less because
What did he just say?
Wow.
Can tell any teenager exactly where he or she is.
Yeah. So here's the interesting thing about this. I was talking to my wife the other day that our generation, not to sound like one of those guys, but I am one of those guys now. Let me stop this. Get this idiot on the screen and put this idiot on the screen. Hey, our generation, when we had a project in school, you had to go to the library. You had to go to the research books, which they didn't allow you to check out. You had to use at least 3 different ones. Usually you had to use more, but you had to have 3 sources. And you had to take the information that you read there and you had to rewrite it in your own way of writing. So that way it didn't look like you just copied and pasted. That's how we had to do a research paper. Nowadays, there was a period in time where everyone was using Wikipedia. And it's kind of there now. When you look up something on the internet, it's like the #1 response return is Wikipedia, and everyone just checks it. And so there's no longer that going to the library and getting multiple books and, quote, doing your own research. You're now looking for people that have already done it, quote, for you. But now at this new step with AI technology, with Grok and ChatGPT, in my mind, it's just demon technology. It's fallen angel technology that they're allowing us to use. So, of course, it works great, but there's a cost at it because it's so, they're changing things in front of our eyes and we don't even know it. I talk a lot about the Paul Revere story and how he actually never did any of the things they said he did. The British are coming, one lamp, one up by two, what is it, by land, two up by sea. And he did the midnight ride. Of course, none of that ever happened. In the history books now, they teach you that he was captured. They took his horse. He gave up positions. And by the time he even got into Lexington, it was already done. And he walked in. He had no horse. So the whole story there has changed. And I bring that one up because it's real obvious to show you the change. But they're currently changing things now and that you'll never know. Somebody asked this, which one was it? I think it was ChatGPT. Who killed Jesus? And the answer that the AI gave was Pontius Pilate. So then he asked, who told Pontius Pilate to kill Jesus? And the answer was nobody. So you can do your history and look into that. But my point is, to the next generation growing up, like not even necessarily my sons, but like my wife's grandkids, that generation, they're only going to know when you need an answer, you talk to your machine and it gives you the answer. And so we're not going to look up anything anymore. We're just going to believe the computers. We're just going to believe AI. We're just going to believe what we see on these screens. And that's our whole universe. And so to me, I mean, the mark of the beast, obviously there's discussions that it's an actual mark in your head or your forehead or your hand or whatever. But I also think it's a way of thinking, a way of believing. Because if you completely give yourself over to these machines and AI is your new God, as I played on this show, Elon Musk said, maybe the new God will come out of what he called Babylon, which is that city where they have this machine. And he says maybe that's where the next new God will come from. So they're giving you this idea. And I feel that if you cut yourself off from God himself, it's your choice. You have free will. He's right here. He's telling you not to do it. But if you decide to then say, no, I'm going to listen to God here in these machines and science and all this stuff, then he is telling you, well, I'm going to let go. And then you're in for whatever it is that comes your way. Now, at some point, I still think anyone can be saved. But at the point where you denounce God and you don't want him in your life, he'll listen to you and he'll let go. And so just even if you don't believe the way I talk, because I didn't myself years ago, just remember this in the back of your head. And if things ever get to the point where like, wow, that dude with that weird moniker, ceiling fan, man, I understand what he was saying. Just remember this moment and you can get saved right then and there. The guy next to Jesus on the cross, he got saved. He didn't even know him. And he's like, is there any hope for me? And he goes, you're done. You're saved. I mean, he says it way better. Read the Bible. Jesus is way more articulate than I am. I was going to play this guy.
That's very true.
But yeah. So just know that and all that stuff. So that when these guys come on here and tell you that, take the chip and take this and all that, you are making a choice. And at some point, you'll make the final choice where God's like, all right, you want it this way. This is the way it'll be. So, all right, we'll clickety-click out of here. Yeah, here's a good one for the people that are fighting right now over ice walls and stuff. Truth doesn't mind being questioned, whereas a lie doesn't like being challenged. And that's exactly it. If you're standing in truth, you know you're in truth, and you don't have to worry about it. God's got your back. You're standing in truth. Read the whole story about the seeds, and some of them fall into the soft earth, and some of them fall into like the cement or whatever. I don't know. Again, God says it way better than I do. But if you're not rooted in truth, then you'll be exposed, and they will know them by their fruits. And this is the time of the unveiling. That's what this all is. Revelation supposed to be, is the revealing of truth. And it's quite fascinating and an amazing time to be alive. Yeah, it can be kind of frightening at times. That's the whole point. They're trying to scare you because they don't want you to realize the truth. And if you stay in that fight or flight thing, then you won't have the time to look for the real truth and to push past all these groups that you've joined and all these people. Hey, people bring you truth all the time. Doesn't mean they're going to stay that way. So you can thank them for what they've done for you, but don't become a cult thing to where you follow everything they say or do, because then they, like God even says, then they change their minds and they flip-flop on you. I mean, again, he says it way better, because that brings us to scary space news.
This week in scary space news.
Yeah, this guy. Again, another one of these truth people that people follow and go, did you hear what Joe Rogan, he exposed this and he exposed that, and he had Trump on, he has Elon, he da-da-da-da-da. And he's constantly exposing. Yeah, he talks about a lot of the same things that we talk about on this channel. But again, he's there to control you, because now all of a sudden, apparently he's saying that he believes in the moon landing. Now, if you're someone like me that can prove, in my mind anyways, that we didn't go, with countless examples. You can't go back from that. You can't unring that bell unless you're deceiving. So just keep an eye out for all these deceivers. Like this. 10,000 satellites are orbiting the Earth. Not one satellite has been filmed passing by another satellite ever. And they never hit each other. They never hit the ISS. Any of the stuff that's up there, they just fly around perfectly. And if you go out of the cities or far enough away from the towers, you get no signal, even if you have satellite radio. So there's that. But yeah, they're supposed to be flying around out there. Now they say that there's water buried at Mars's equator, which is over 2 miles thick. The orbiters detected enough water ice built beneath the red planet's equator to cover the entire planet in shallow ocean if it was melted. So that's true, of course, right? So there's your cartoon to prove it, because it's not a photo, it's an image created, as they say. So there you go. Not only were they wondering my entire life, that's how I got into this whole Mariner 9 satellite thing that's behind me. It looks like a ceiling fan. If you're wondering where my name comes from, there's a video on my channel about it. But yeah, this is the Mariner 9 that looks just like a ceiling fan. It even has the light chain. They forgot to Photoshop it out. And I read that article and said that they had found water. And I always thought they weren't sure if they'd ever found water until, I got way older and suddenly they found it. And now they say the whole damn thing's covered in water. So go figure. I guess that Hubble telescope's getting way closer on everything. Is that it? And then there's this. 140 trillion oceans worth of water are found in space around 12 billion light years away. The vast reservoir resides near a massive, supermassive black hole, approximately 20 billion more times massive than our sun. And why is that true? Because we said so. So what does this sound like to me? I don't know. God says that you're in a non-moving stationary with pillars. You have a living space, and there's a firmament that covers the waters above and the waters below. Possibly 140 trillion oceans worth of water above and below. Maybe it's just hidden in plain sight. They're trying to tell you. So that's the way I see that. And lastly, the starry skies on Mars are not different from the Earth. So now when the first guys go to the moon, they don't see any stars. From Earth, you can see stars, and apparently from Mars, you can see stars. You just can't see them on the moon. Is that it? Or our cameras got better? Is that what you're going to tell me? Or our eyes got better? I don't know. But in any case, there you go. Because that looks so real. I swear it looks like a planetarium I'd visited in California. Anyways, now you're sounding ridiculous. And then, the last one was this. I just thought this was super cool. This is a stick bug living his best life. See, we need to be like that stick bug. We need to say, I don't care what comes my way. Yeehaw, let's have fun. And that's the way we need to live our lives. Like this stick bug. He's probably screaming for he's probably scared mindless, but I don't know. He looks like he's having fun. Right? He's got the wind in his hair. Yeah. So, or his sticks. Anyways, live like the stick bug. I'll make that my next shirt. Okay. Enough of that. How do we get out of this? Shoot, we're running out of time. We got to play that my trip to Antarctica. We got to go there next. Let's see. I got rid of that. I got rid of that. And oh yeah, the last one, this one, showing you this. Biblical Christianity is unpopular. Popular Christianity is unbiblical. So that one's pretty good. So there you go, if you want it. Okay, so now what's next? Let's play this. See how the chat's doing here. I get a sip of coffee. Oh, and I've got a couple things. Thank you, Melanie. 5 more. God bless you. And then Wojo. I almost forgot for telling bad. Oh, you're telling more bad jokes. I'll look them over later. So yeah. Okay. Cold coffee is wonderful. All right, we covered all this. So I guess the last thing that we need to discuss is my trip to Antarctica. So let's find our intro, which would be somewhere here. Here it is.
A ceiling fan man world premiere videos.
All right. I think if I share it this way, it should work. They keep changing this on us, so I think that's it. Okay, did you hear it? And I'll take myself, make it larger. Let me know if you heard it. I'll check the chat real quick. Clickety click. And God bless you, Mason Mel. Look at this. Two guys walking the other one said, yeah, I didn't see it either. Yep. Okay. You get this for that. Where is it? This is for Mason Mel's joke. Thank you, Mason Mel. Okay. Where were we? Okay, here. So let's see. I didn't see. Did anybody say that they saw? Was there sound? Didn't see this. Was there sound? Come on, nobody said if there was sound. Tell me if there's sound. I don't want to keep playing if it's not sound. Okay. What do we got? We have we have sound. Excellent. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Jeannie. Okay, we got sound. Okay. All right, here we go. This is my trip to Antarctica. All right, enough talking already. Play the damn video. Here we go. Here we go.
I've set up a GoFundMe.
That's a joke.
So that way I can purchase a ship and a crew. And we can sail uncharted waters. And some charted ones too. And we'll fight off any monsters that are written on the maps that might come our way. Until we reach the Forbidden Zone.
The Forbidden Zone was once a paradise.
And get to the ice wall. And from there, we'll have to set out on foot. So of course I'll need even more money for the, to scale the wall and stuff. So, we all need to do our part. We all need to see what's on the other side of the ice wall. Whoa.
Look, I don't mean to be rude, but this is not as easy as it looks, so I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't distract me.
6 hours later.
Oh, man. Well, we made it. We're here in Antarctica. We got over the ice wall. We set up base camp over there. It's off screen, but there's some other people out here. They were looking for a 24-hour sun. We didn't find that. We found these two 12-hour suns. So I don't know what's up with that. But we're not here for that. We're here to look for two things. Hitler, of course, and then also the red-headed, left-handed, O-negative Nephilim that are supposed to live in the caves in here. And so we're going to be doing a hike in that mountain, towards those mountains. And, I don't have the things here that we would normally have if we were in the States. We brought stuff to keep us occupied, including we brought some dominoes. And I realized that was a mistake because they're white and they're really hard to see when you drop them. And the same thing with the golf balls. I mean, it's not even worth bothering. Oh, that was awkward. Why did that happen? They're in there. And then if we do find the giant, we're going to set up a marker so that way other people would know, stay away. because he's here in this area. And so, and it's so white here. Like I dropped my puka shells and it took us hours to look for them. And if you don't think it's cold here, man, you can see your breath. It's so cold. And I tried drinking my coffee. Hey, whoa. Yeah, that's some breath. You don't want to take too many because it's so cold here and so dry. Like it hurts your lungs. I poured water in this and you hear it? It's frozen solid now. I'd show you, but it's frozen solid now. So that's like ridiculous. And but it's really cold here. And see, it's so cold. But so far we haven't found what we're looking for. I'll show you some pictures. We ran into some penguins. And a couple lost polar bears. They were way lost. And we haven't found the red-headed giant. What I have we came across was well, it's creepy. It's Jack Nicholson frozen in the snow with an axe. And to be perfectly honest with you, they creeped us out. So we're probably going to be going home early because of that. So I view this mission as most likely we failed, but we tried. And so we'll probably ask for like double the GoFundMe and try it again next year and see if we can flesh out some of these things we're looking for. We did find the extinct dodo bird, the last one. We have a picture of it, but unfortunately one of our cameras fell on it. And so now they're extinct again. So that's it. That's reporting here live from Antarctica, where it's really cold here. It's so cold. Oh, it's so cold you can see your breath. Seriously, it's that cold. Oh, I guess it's out of battery. We'll see you again. Bye for now.
Satellite tracking continues.
What do you think? Were you not entertained? I'll do it for you all. Thank you, all, everyone. Let me get rid of that. Remove that from the studio. Okay, so there we go. So you like that? So let's see. Everyone's just everyone's laughing. I saw someone peed themselves. That's fantastic. Yeah. There weren't any pandas though. That's true, but there was no McDonald's or Wendy's. But yeah. Birds are real. Yeah. Thanks. Did not find those. No, we looked, could not find them. And anybody, what? Oh, what's that? Oh, that's true. Jeannie says they might debunk my video. So, we'll have to watch out for that. But I will be posting. I'll be posting those at Pastor Muppets. I'll be posting that on the channel after we're done talking here tonight. So, yeah, thank you. You knew too. Award winning. Yes. Okay. You're all wonderful. So, yeah. Okay. Anyways, thanks for you. Yeah, how can you see your breath? It's different in Florida. It's a wet cold. They were in a very dry cold. Oh, thank you, Top Gun actor. I like it, Ryan. So, boom. Well done. Thank you very much, Joseph. And they're shooting off fireworks, so they must have liked it too. Yeah, we had a great trip. It was a fun time. Inconceivable. I don't think you know what this word means. You use it a lot. Okay. So I'll thank you in that. So yeah. Anyways, okay. And yes, I did it for way under that. I did it in an afternoon upstairs in the studio here. Oh, shoot. I should have said that. That was the quiet part I said out loud. Okay. Oh, thank you. See? And that's nice. That's how they put the milk in the back of the grocery to make you walk through the whole thing. And so I put it at the end of the show to make you watch the whole thing. But tomorrow it'll be a video. You can watch it on its own. Yeah, I'll definitely. She'll have it. So, okay. You like the boat? That we had there's a pond out here and it froze over. And so that's how I use that. So, yeah, I certainly hope so. They always, they snuff me, Johnny. They never seem to award, hey, all of us great ones. We always have to wait. I'll probably get that one when you're dead one. Is that the way it is? So, yeah, I can't wait for the debunk video. Exactly. Oh, geez. And 16 Alpha, I made a video off of the Bible verses that you sent me because there's someone out there that says one of the guys that went to Antarctica, he says he's a pastor and he says he doesn't see where the Bible says it's immoral. So I put out a video. It's for members only right now. I'll eventually switch it over, but yeah. So I used it out of that email you sent me. So thank you. So yeah, you loved it. You loved it. Well done. Thank you. Awesome. Did not see the Pope. Funny. Yes. Clapping. Okay. Sweet. Okay. Oh, okay. So let's scroll down. Well, a lot of people. Oh, Jen just got here. Oh, geez. Jen. Where is it? There you go, Jen.
I don't feel dirty. I don't feel dirty.
She got 2 of them for that. So good to see you, Jen. And yeah. So we had a really great time, Jen. You'll have to watch it. What we just played was my trip to Antarctica. And so yeah. So that's the main thing you missed there. Of course, you missed a wonderful show, of course. But so let's see. I think that's everything. We had the Cow Whisperer. We covered the tabs, thousands of tabs, and we saw my trip to Antarctica. I think, and without doing any weird signs with my hands, I think that's good. I think we're done. But the main takeaway of this is to not worry about any of the things I showed you or what they say is on its way. Don't worry about Captain Brain Chip, and don't worry about Space Force Daddy. They can't do anything to you that you don't let have happen. And so if you allow the fear to take over your life, then that's what'll happen. And so, and I'm only speaking from my experience, that before I asked to seek God and found out that he answers you as soon as you really, you get in a place, usually you try to do it, no one around, get rid of all the electronics or whatever, go in a closet, shut the door, and just from your heart, ask about a relationship with him. And I'd be shocked if you didn't have the exact same experience in a way that I did and everybody else that's done that. Because God says he's there waiting, he's knocked, and he's just waiting for you to open the door. And that's literally you asking if he really exists. And if all the weird, crazy things you heard on this ceiling fan, why would God send a guy named Ceiling Fan Man to prove his existence? Because he has a sense of humor. That's the only reason. Why did he give me the moniker Ceiling Fan Man? I mean, I got stuck with this, and now I'm this. So, but he's using me, an ex. I mean, I started out Jewish, and now I'm Christian, and now I'm Messianic Jew or a partial preterist, or I don't know. There's 1,000 labels, but he's like, no, we're all one and the same. We all come from the same God. We all live on the same earth. It's just some of us are in rebellion to this idea, and others aren't. Others have found it out. And I was rebellious to this idea right up until however many years it's been since all this nonsense woke me up. And so all I'm asking you to do tonight, tomorrow, whenever it's convenient, find a time when you can just sit down and try out this and ask. Just like, well, don't even bring me into it, honestly. Leave me out of it. I got my own issue. Just like you'd heard. If you ask, will you show up? Will you be there for me? And see what happens. And if it truly comes from your heart, he'll blow you away. And then that's when all the fear goes away. It's not because I'm like looking forward to the end or dying. No, none of that. I want to be here. I want to enjoy my life, my kids, the grandkids that we have, we take care of. I want to watch all that grow and prosper and everything, just like everyone else. But at the same time, I'm doing that because I have the faith, knowing that God exists. I can't prove it to you, but you can prove it to yourself once you ask for this, because then he shows you things that you cannot deny on a YouTube stream or a book you read. He'll specifically show you something to make it so you know he's there. And what that is, it's different for everyone. But everybody I know that knows God for reals, because there's a lot of, charlatans and saying they know, and God told them this and God told them that. But he'll let you know he exists. There's no question in my mind. It'll happen to you too. So that's the takeaway from tonight. I also hope you were entertained too. But that's my main mission here. And so at the end of the day, I'd like to say, dear Lord, please watch over everyone that's here tonight and listening to the sound of my voice. Guide us and protect us, and keep evil away from us. Bind and cast it away. We plead the blood of Jesus. He said that he will take care of this for us. Watch over us. Watch over our families and friends and neighbors and loved ones, even if they don't know who you are yet. We thank you for your patience. We understand that it wears on us, but we also understand that you had the patience to wait for us, and we must have the patience to wait for them. And if just one person hears this tonight and finds you, then we've done our job tonight. But let's pray that many more will find the truth, the way, and the light through Jesus Christ. And we thank you for this moment, and we thank you for this gathering. Protect us with your love and with your healing powers, and with your joy, that we can continue to have joy in our hearts, no matter what comes at us in this next year, that we know that we have love for ourselves, love for each other, and love for God. In Jesus' name, amen. All right. Wow. Whatever. I have to watch that one back. That felt good. Okay. Now, having said that, you get this.
Class is dismissed.
Okay. God willing, let's do this again soon. If not, by next Friday night. And I thank you for all the support. I think I got everyone that gave out support in the show tonight and in the future, because I also have other people, other ways they support. And if nothing else, please like, share it, subscribe. And I'll post that video of my Antarctica trip as soon as I'm done with the show here. And do the same with that, please. Let's get the algorithms going so we can keep these numbers up. I've been, very slowly inching up, but let's see if we can't get that quicker. I don't know, reach more people. But again, thank you all for all of your support and for your love. Have a wonderful chat, and you mean so much to me. And let's continue to do this, and we'll do it with love and joy in our hearts and no fear. All right. Good night, everyone.
I'm the satellite.
500 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was flat.
Satellite transfer complete.